Hello everyone, this is the lesson for Thursday, October 1. We are focusing on angle relationships with parallel lines. So we have a lot of vocabulary that is a review and then some new words that are new. For our review, we know that a line is just that straight segment. An angle is where two lines meet. So that angle is right there in the middle. We know that the word congruent is when two angles have the same value. These are both 50 degrees, so they are congruent. We know that vertical angles are when we have two lines that intersect, and the vertical angles are the angles that are opposite. So like if this is 90, then this is also 90. Supplementary angles are when I have two angles and they always equal 180 degrees. So I might have 150, which means the other angle will be 30. Today we're going to learn three new words: parallel lines, transversal, and corresponding lines. So our first word is about parallel lines, and this is probably a review from Math 1. What do you know about parallel lines? Well, parallel lines never touch, and they have the same slope. So this is an example of two parallel lines, and I know they're parallel because you'll see these two arrows on the line to show you that they do not touch and that they have the same slope. The lines here are not parallel because they intersect in the middle. Because they touch, they are not parallel. Our next vocabulary word for today is the word transversal. This red line is the transversal, and a transversal is a line that intersects or crosses two or more lines. So this is our transversal. And now a transversal can give us a lot of different angle relationships when it's on a parallel line. I'm going to think about some transformations we can use to find the value of other angles. Specifically, what angles are congruent. And we know that the word congruent means they are equal. So if I'm looking at angle 1 here, I want to think about a transformation that can give me a congruent angle. And the transformation I'm going to use is going to be called the translation. And we know a translation is when you slide. So if I take this angle 1 and I slide it down, then I have it here. And then I can take that angle and slide it over. And I have it here. So I can see that these two angles, angle 1 and angle 5, are exactly the same. They are congruent. Another transformation that I can use is a rotation. So if I have angle 5 here, I can rotate it around to get angle 7. And when I do a rotation, I know that is congruent. So they're equal. These are also vertical angles, and that's the reason why vertical angles are the same. It's because it's just a rotation of that angle. So we're going to focus specifically on corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are two angles that are in the same position at different intersections. So I have like intersection 1 here and intersection 2 here. So if I'm looking at that angle number 1, I want to think what is in the same position. And that would be angle number 5. So this is a translation. They are congruent and they're corresponding angles. Another example might be angle 2. Angle 2, if I do a translation, I would get angle 6. They are in the same position. They are corresponding angles, and they are congruent because it's the same angle. The angle did not get bigger or smaller. This is an example of all of the corresponding angles. We have 1 and 5, 2 and 6, 4 and 8, 3 and 7. So that's all of the vocabulary for today. What we're going to do next is complete this activity on Desmos. The link is in your classwork.